Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's Yelp Business Local SEO video, I will discuss Yelp search ranking factors for your local SEO campaigns. So I will discuss a main theme being Yelp is showing you exactly what they want to see, just like Google. They are showing you their ranking factors. Along with that, I will cover hacks, tips, and optimizations. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So this comes about after a question from Sean. Sean asks, Chris, if you can do a video on how to make sure reviews stick on Yelp, and in the top 3 on Yelp, that would be great. How do I come up higher on Yelp? Well, Sean, that's exactly what I'm going to discuss today. I'm going to give at least 10 actionable tips. So the very first tip that I want to cover, and I have a lot of them, so stick with me. My very first tactic is if you've been in SEO or you have dealt with Yelp before, you know that once you get a verified listing within the Google platform, it's a lot easier to start setting up your citations, such as Yelp. In order to show up higher for more searches, you want to be in more places, and secondly, you want to be within 5 to 10 miles of your nearest competitor. If you're able to get multiple verified Google business accounts in numerous locations, and this is your primary business, you want to make sure that you're at least 5 to 10 miles away from your nearest competition. And we know what Yelp wants to see, and we know that they care about distance because they showcase it here in their sort by. So they're sorting it by driving 5 miles, biking 2 miles. So we know that distance is a ranking factor on the Yelp platform. So that's going to be my very first tip. Now, that's going to move me right into my very next tip. Bear with me, I have a lot of them. Because Yelp is a review platform, everything is based around reviews. Now, as you can see, there's really 3 main things other than categories and secondary ranking factors. We're going to refer to these as ranking factors. Main categories, there's 3 main ranking factors within the Yelp platform: recommended, highest rated, and most viewed. Now, these 3 factors are all built up of just a few things. Recommended is an accumulation of reviews, searches, services, words in reviews, and multiple other factors within the platform that we're going to cover. So whoever has the most of all the factors tends to be a recommended. Next is highest rated. Who has the highest ratings? So even if they only have 10 or 20, if they're all 5s, this would be a highest rated. Most reviewed is the most amount of reviews within the platform. So we know that Yelp values all of the factors that's recommended. We know that they value 5-star reviews, and we know that they value amount of reviews. We're going to touch on this more. I'm going to actually cover the factors that will help you rank a lot higher within the Yelp platform. So here are your ranking factors within the Yelp platform. So we know that the very first one, and we're going to touch on this first, the main ranking factors are right here. Now, we know that Yelp is a review website. So we know that the main and top ranking factor for Yelp is going to be the reviews themselves. Now, Yelp's filter for reviews is a lot more difficult to get past than Google. I want you, before you do anything with reviews, I need you to go ahead and discuss the ftc.gov website. And they have consumer information, and they also have endorsement guidelines. Make sure that whatever you're doing as far as reviews is on the up and up, because it could get you and land your business in quite some trouble. So I just want to point that out before you go curating reviews. Because reviews are a main factor, I understand, but you need to be very careful and vigilant when curating and getting reviews from your customers. So let's go ahead and move on to the very next step. As you can see here, these are your ranking factors. And we know that this is very important because they have literally listed these types of things. So they go by neighborhood, so that's a distance factor. And then here's distance itself, but so is neighborhood, because remember, distance is key. So neighborhoods, having listings in those neighborhoods, distance, how close you are to a particular user, a feature, and then we'll go ahead and show you more. Here, right here are the features. These are the things that you need to have within your listing built in. How do we know this? Because they are offering these right on the platform. So here are the factors. They call them features. And then as far as categories, these are services that they are expecting to see within your description and also your reviews, but we'll get into more of that in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and move on. All right, so moving into the very next tip, I know as soon as I scrolled onto this, the very first thing that you're looking at and you're seeing is that this is green for response time and also the response rate, red. So we know that this is a ranking factor because they put emphasis on quotes. And we know this because if you go over here to Yelp, because it is along here. Here is all your ranking factors like we discussed before, requesting a quote. So when we jump back here, we know that the response time for the quote, offering a way for customers to get a quote, and responding to the quotes within a fast time is regulated. But this is not the tip that I want to share, is this right here. This is very crucial for increasing your rank within the Yelp platform. There is two things that jump out is 163 people requested a quote, but there's a key word that matters so much that we know that Yelp is looking for not only the amount of people looking at your profile, not only the people that are looking for your profile needs to be increased, but they need to be local. This is crucial. So we know that they're putting emphasis on traffic. We know that Yelp is putting emphasis on clicks, and we know that they're tracking IPs because they're looking for local. As far as this particular tip that I'm giving you, that Yelp is showing us as factors. The one is the response time to your quotes. The second is the response rate. And then more importantly is how many people are seeking out your business, how many people are clicking on your business, how many people are asking for quotes from your business, and more importantly, are they local? So let's keep moving on here. Yelp is just like a search engine. They are their own platform, their own search engine. They have their own algorithm and their own ranking factors. So here is a particular listing that I pulled up, and Yelp is showing us some ranking factors that really jump out that will help guide us to, one, how we can write our services page, two, the things that they feel are important, and three, why we need to have these particular words not only on our profile, but within our reviews. So as you can take a look here, I just want to point this out. The owner's name is Hassan. So they have gone ahead and highlighted this. This is a clickable link. Now he offers the service boiler. That's one of the services that he offers. So they have literally highlighted this. They have bolded it. And this is a review from a customer putting weight on the services that you provide. Are the customers talking about the service that you provide? Are they using the keywords that are in your description and your services? Are they using these in their reviews? A lot of weight is held on these reviews. So every piece of your description, every piece of your category or categories, your name, every single thing matters. So let's discuss this just a little bit more. So this is the #1 ranker for plumbers in New York. Now, I just want to go ahead and discuss here. All right. Now, as you can see, Mike is highlighted. It's bold. Boiler, they offer boiler services. Plumbing work, they are plumbers. They're talking about the services that they offer. You want them to be mentioned within the reviews. You want the reviews, to mention your name or your employee's name. Yelp is really showing us how we need to write not only our reviews, but also our business description. Offering a deal will give you a slight edge and a slight increase because it is a ranking factor as showcased here. But let's move on. I still have more tips that I want to share with you. The very next tip is, again, an optimization, but these are ranking factors because Yelp is showing you and pointing things out to you. They're bolding photos and videos. They're making it bold as if they want to draw your eyes, a customer's eyes, to this. So they're putting weight on the amount of photos, but not only photos, also videos. Now, more importantly, what I have found, and this is yet another small hack or tip, is not only do you want yourself and your employees to upload photos and videos, more importantly, it is best to have user submitted images, photos from locals submit these particular images and videos as well. So I just want to showcase this. The amount is very important. That will go ahead and wrap up the initial tips and hacks. But just as a quick recap as far as the reviews, I want to go ahead and point this out as the actual final tip. If you take a look at the reviews, you will come to find out that the ones that really stick, take a look here. They're adding photos. They have a lot of reviews, and they have friends. Take a look, 31 friends. They have multiple reviews. They have multiple photos. But really take a look here. So if you want your reviews to stick, or if you're doing anything gray hat, these are the factors that you need in order for your reviews to stick. They're giving them to you right here. Everything that they're showcasing is a ranking factor. Who has the most? Who has the best? Everything is right here. So my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any questions regarding local SEO, Yelp business, local business marketing, really anything SEO, local SEO, digital marketing, internet marketing, please ask in the questions below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next local SEO video. Have a wonderful day.